Sony said this about the portal. Rather than profitability, we want to increase the amount of time we can play with the PlayStation 5. If you can play anywhere, I think some people will definitely spend more time playing games.
The following is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
Lou.
What's up, Famo? What's going on, Famo? I've been out. I don't know what's happening. What's up?
Lou, what are we doing, man? What are we coming to, man? What are we coming to, bro? I can't believe what I just read. That sounded just like Xbox.
Where? Who sounded just like Xbox? Because, I mean, who you talking about, Famo? Who are you talking about, Famo? I mean, I thought no one sounds like Xbox lately. Kind of weird stuff happening out there, Famo. Kind of weird stuff. What's happening?
Rather than making profits, we want to increase the amount of time we can play on our console. Sony said that?
Who did? Who that?
Sony said that.
But who's that though, Famo? We talking about who's Sony?
It's not the Sony that you remember.
It
was all good just a week ago. There's a new, you know what? Breaking news, fam. Guess what, Famo?
What happened, Famo? What happened? Tell me the breaking news, fam, because all I know is, Famo, it better be good news, because all it's been is bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news. So give me some good news.
I'll send it to you, and I'll let you read it out. I'll send it to you.
What's the news? What's the news, Famo? What's the news? Send it to me, Famo. Send it to me.
Send it to you right now. Breaking news, Lou.
Breaking news. What's happening, Famo? What's happening, Famo?
There's things that are going on, man. I'll let you say it. There's things that are going on, man. Just when you thought.
Shit.
Yeah,
shit. Famo, what are we doing here tonight, Famo? Let's just cut this thing off and let's just go to bed, Famo. I mean, shit, Famo. Famo, it's all been bad news, bad news, bad news. I mean, we got the pisser flopping everywhere, and it's a shame I called that shit. I called it, Famo. I called it. I said, you all paying $700 without seeing the specs? Whoa, everyone was saying the 4090. I was like, don't believe what people say. I mean, until Sony releases the official specs, don't believe shit. They didn't listen. They went out there, spent their $700 when the specs came out. Damn, same CPU but better GPU. Man. Oh yeah, you're gonna get the best games on here. Okay, what did I say? With the generation the way it is, I don't believe that PSSR is gonna fix it. Yeah, well, it's gonna be the best thing out there, man. They've been grabbing the little Green Ranger sable, doing calling their mega swords, going out there for a fight. But damn, even Digital Foundry's talking bad about the PS5 Pro. Shit. Like
Luke, I got some more things, man, that I'm
and now this, Famo, and now this. I mean, Famo, now this. Yoshida leaving, Famo.
Famo, I'm sending it to you. You got to read this out. Listen, Famo, you got to read this, man. This got to be read.
Famo, man.
You got to read
good things. I look back at Shuhei Yoshida's 31 years with PlayStation.
Breaking news, Famo.
Breaking news. He's leaving on January 31st, Famo.
Damn.
Damn, Famo, damn. So let's read this real quick, chat. I'll read this for you guys. If you listen to the PlayStation podcast over the past 14 years, then you definitely know Shuhei Yoshida, perhaps best known for his lengthy term as the president of PlayStation Studios during part of the PS3 and PS4 years. Yoshida-san has spent the past few years evangelizing independent developers as head of indie initiative at PlayStation. With PlayStation 30 anniversary arriving next week, I got some time to catch up with Yoshida-san to discuss his career, his plans for the future, his top games picked across 30 years of PlayStation. Read on some, let me see, and that's about it. Doesn't say anything else. So they were playing catch up with Yoshida, and Yoshida said, "I'm out of here. I'm leaving on January 31st." Oh man.
So let's go down the
Hold
list.
on. Oh, guys, I'm going down the list right now. Oh, here we go. I've been traveling a lot. I've been all over the place. I've been in Brazil, India, Australia, Sweden, visiting developers, game events, looking at the new games from developers, and tweeting about games like I like throughout the year. Happy to have you. We're going to do a lot of catching up, but I heard you had some news for us here today. Yes, I have an announcement to make. I am leaving Sony Interactive Entertainment on January 15, 2025. Ah, shit. I thought it was January 31st. It's like announcing a launch date of a new game, something I haven't done for a long time lapse. You've been with Sony for so long. What's guiding the decision and the timing? I've been with PlayStation from the beginning, and this is my 31st year in PlayStation. And when I hit 30 years, I was thinking, it may be about time for me to move on. You know, the company's been doing great. Great where?
Well, come on, you gotta stay positive.
Oh, I know. I love PS5. I love the games that are coming out on this platform, and we have new generations of management who I respect. And Sony set up this about the that's about the portal, and that's about it. It finished right there, family. It finished right there. And this is what Sony said about the portal. Rather than profitability. What's the word? How do you say that word, famo? Profitability. We want to increase the amount of time we can play with PS5. You can play anywhere. I think some people will definitely spend more time playing games. What the hell is happening, famo?
What's going on, man?
What's happening, man, famo?
I don't know.
Famo, what's happening, famo?
It's getting, look, it only gets better. I'm gonna go down this corporate list.
Famo, what's happening, famo? I mean, look.
I'm gonna go down this corporate list real quick.
Look. This generation, right? They closed down Sony Japan Studios. I'll say, why the hell they closed that down? But all right, they closed that down for what? I don't know. Then all these deals have happened. Bethesda, ABK deal, which we discovered the whole truth about the Sony PlayStation, first party games. Interesting that they were being funded by a third party game. Shit. But wait a minute, aren't those the best games ever? I mean, that's what media says and everybody was saying. But in the end, though, right, we discovered that Call of Duty was the one funding your asses. It wasn't even the fans. Okay? So, moving on forward, then you had Jim Ryan saying, I am retiring. The man picks up his things and just retires. Not only that, smart move by him. He goes out there and sells his shares. Like, yeah, let me sell my shares right now because I know everything's going to hell. And let's begin from the beginning of this year on how everything just went. I mean, shit. 10 billion lost in stock. What else happened, famo? Damn, canceling of games. Another studio closure. But media didn't take charge of that. What else has happened out there, famo? Flops. The biggest flop in gaming history. PSVR 2 stops production. Oh, shit. PSVR 2 gets a price cut in order for them to sell that bullcrap because I know it was a lie. Then they come out with the PS5 Pro saying, oh, man, not them saying it, but everyone was saying, yeah, it's going to be a 4090. I can't believe I'm going to play these games without seeing a fog or without seeing it ugly. 4090, RDNA 4, the best thing out there in the world. And kabam, we get the specs. The PSN account blocking all over the PC. However's being a success and then killing it by doing that too. Oh my God. Astrobot releasing and only selling 1.5. Huh? Oh, shit, man. Famo. Each and every time I wake up in the morning, I just see more and more bad news on PlayStation. And today was just the nail on the coffin. Today was just the biggest nail on the coffin. You got Yoshida leaving right now, especially with how everything is going over there. Something happening over there, famo. Something happening that it's gonna blow up pretty soon, famo. And when it does, famo, we're gonna be here to talk about it.
Lou, I'm gonna go down the list. Okay.
Go for it.
Starting with Yoshida. Okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, keep going.
That's one.
That's one. All right, keep going.
Okay.
All right, all right, keep going, famo.
Kazuha. That's two.
Who?
Kazuha. That's two.
Who? Kazuha.
Yeah, that's two.
Okay, keep going.
Andrew House.
Uh-oh, keep going. This is getting deep.
Sean Layden.
Oh, that one hurt me the most. Oh, out of all,
That's
one of them that hurt me, famo. That's one of them that hurt me, famo. It hurt me, famo.
And Jim Ryan is 5.
Oh shit.
So Lou,
Who's left?
the
Bobby?
starting 5, the Fab 5 of PlayStation is about to be gone. Now, I think a couple of them, or maybe just one more. I think Kazuha is the only one still there, but he's not in the position of where he was within the gaming sector for PlayStation, right? I think he's more in the chairman board type of seat, but he's still there. But what I'm talking about as far as the pillars.
Yes, sir. The one who kept the structure, holding, and everything.
They were the 5. Shout outs to 30 Below. Shout outs to Talos Rick. We in here. J Mac, shout outs to you, bro. No doubt. We in here to get it cooking, y'all.
J Mac in the house. What's up, J Mac?
These guys were like the pillars, right? They were the building blocks. You know, it's like if people don't know who they are and you are on another platform, we're going to use Xbox for an example. These guys are equivalent to your Phil Spencers, your Aaron Greenbergs, your Major Nelsons, your Sarah Bonds, your Matt Booties, people that are in the building blocks, the staples that keep things, your foundational people, the ones that keep things going, keep things together, right? Now you have this guy about to leave. You got Yoshida about to leave.
Uh-oh.
To me, he was the personality of PlayStation. I like this guy. He embodied what it was to have fun on your platform. I never saw Yoshida out here causing havoc or spreading rumors or just
wasn't the Yoshida the one who handed the game to the other person?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was good marketing. That wasn't there you go. That was good marketing. I never seen him. Right. That's right. But I never seen him like I said, he never was a guy that caused ruckus. He was the personality guy. To me, he was a quieter Major Nelson, but they two were the hype men. He was the hype man for PlayStation, while Major Nelson was the hype man for Xbox. Major Nelson, I would give more victories to, because Major Nelson was just out there, man. You saw Major Nelson everywhere. But this guy had a good personality within the PlayStation ecosystem. There's no more identity. When this guy leaves, there's no more identity. That's it. Because like I know Crazy Lou and everybody else in this chat, they don't like Mr. Totoki. They don't like Hiroki Totoki. They don't like him. That's my guy, though. I like him. But they don't like him because he's not going to pamper their situation anymore. They went through phases where they were band-aiding. They went through phases where they were chopping back on these video game links to see if it would increase more game and bring more value. They went through different financial strategies to try to keep money going up for PlayStation brand. And none of these things worked for the long term. They were always short-term situations. You don't believe me? Type it in. I'm not looking it up for you. Type it up. Sony in their financial struggles, and you can read about it and talk about with PlayStation and financial troubles. They talk about the short-term situations no longer working. This is why they threw jabs at Game Pass in 2017, because they didn't understand how something like Game Pass would work long term. Notice anything long term, they're gonna struggle with that because they never built PlayStation for long term.
Famo, I got a question. Hasn't this ever happened in history though? Because I know someone who was big. I mean, bigger than anything over there in the States. They were big. They were huge. And when this little company came by, I said, hey, guys, why don't you buy us or invest in us? They said, nope. What did the little guy do in the end, though? What happened, famo? I don't know who you think I'm talking about. It's kind of like Sony. Sony's the big monster out here saying, yeah, we're the beast. Oh, yeah, Game Pass sucks. Game Pass is bad. Interesting. Look how Game Pass is growing. I've never seen Game Pass go down. It just keeps on growing and growing and growing and growing. Kind of like this little company I'm talking about that happened when, back in the day, I talked about this morning, when you used to go over to those movie rental places and used to rent your movies and take them with you. What happened to that big monster out there that had Blockbuster everywhere? What happened to it when Netflix got into rhythm? What happened to it? Famo, what happened to Blockbuster, Famo? Where did they go? Where are they at? I think they only got one store still open, Famo. That's it. One store in the middle of nowhere, Famo. They got their asses whipped by Netflix for not believing in Netflix and how things went on. Hey, they took jabs at the Game Pass. Keep taking your jabs. Keep taking your jabs. But it's kind of interesting, Famo, that they take these jabs on Game Pass, yet they're starting to pick a little bit of rhythm up, right? What do they do now? They said, okay, hey, the PS5 Portal is only remote play. Why don't we do a little testing with cloud so people can enjoy their own games and everything on cloud? Interesting. Why don't we switch the tiers of PlayStation Plus and just make it 3 types of tiers? Just make it premium, extra, and essential. No problem. Why are they keep on doing this? Why do they keep dropping games into the PS Plus? Sometimes once in a weird while they drop in a day one game. Who are they following, famo? I mean, who are they copying? Who are they trying to imitate out here? And why cloud now? I mean, when you guys tried it back in 2012, 2014, it didn't work as well. But I guess it seems like it's working now. You want to give it another shot. Why is that, famo?
There it is. And I like what he said. Okay, so I know where you're going with this, Lou. And look what J-Mac just said. Now, I'm going to bring all this to light, so just bear with me for a minute, Lou. Lou, I love the way you was bringing the paper trail. The paper trail's been there. I'm going to finish up what I was just about to say, and then I'm going to wrap it up with what you just said, and then look what J-Mac just said.
Yep.
And what's so funny is that you said that today. J-Mac, Lou basically said the same thing. I had an answer for you. So this is what's so funny to me. And I'm not even lying. I'm not lying. I wish I could make this up. But look. So you painted the paper trail.
Yep.
I was concluding on the short-term situation. They never could have anything long-term. We the Uncharted's it's gone. Your Twisted Metals, they're gone. They never, those are et cetera examples. They never been okay, I'll put it like this. There's no multiplayer game. There's no extension that continues on. PlayStation has a severe problem with legs with the 400-meter, the marathon. You just say that, the marathon. When it comes to something that's going to last long, they have a problem with that. So let's get to what you were saying. You see the paper trail, right?
Yep.
And then we get the J-Mac. You said it this afternoon.
Yes, Famo, while we were racing to get gold, Famo.
You said I don't know, I don't understand how they can just be so stupid. And I said, and you said they don't see it. And what did I say, Lou? I said, oh no, they see it. Look at J-Mac. They pretend. And what did you say, Lou? Well, did you say they just don't want to what? Accept it. And I said, Lou, stop right there. That's the word. They don't want to accept it. So what you see, y'all, is just an extension of pain, an extension of delusionalness, delusion, an extension of hypocrisy, an extension of being an idiot, an extension of being a liar, and an extension of being a pretender.
Yep.
Now, J-Mac, with all of these feelings, like a F5 tornado or a Category 5 hurricane, right? Lou and J-Mac, the media pampers them.
Yes, so they do.
So when you get all this pampering, look at the babysitting. This is galactic. This is galactic. You can't get no better babysitting than this. And here's the proof. Here's the proof, guys. Here it is, J-Mac. And here it is, Chat Pat. And here it is, Crazy Lou. I got you. How do we know things are not going right for them? Because for every narrative, every theory, and every myth that they've put up in the last 15 years is when it started.
Dang.
And I'm gonna start. No, maybe 20. I'm gonna say, yeah, it might be a little bit more than that. I would even go as far as 25 years. Let me just put it like that. The first 5 years was but PlayStation 2 is when they really started barking in the streets, right? And let me tell you what their first myth was. The first myth was our exclusives bring money to PlayStation, and it's the reason why the PlayStation sells tons of consoles. That was the myth. The truth, that's a lie. PlayStation 2 sold its butt off because it was the cheapest DVD player in the market. At that time, DVD players were running for $1,000, man. Nobody could afford that stuff. That was new latest tech. And then you had the PlayStation 2 come out. It was what, $399? It was $399 at the most, $299. I can't remember, but it was the cheapest one in the market, and people bought it. And they watched movies. It blew up because it was the cheapest Blu-ray player out on the market. I mean, DVD player, I'm sorry, out on the market. Now, once PlayStation blew up, and we're gonna laugh about this too, but once it blew up, I'm laughing. We're gonna hold that one. But once it blew up, right? Their arrogance came out. Woo! No. Put a note on this. The whole time, they don't have a strong online presence. Okay. It wasn't until Xbox came out and put online gaming in the console market on the map. When that happened, fams, PlayStation started switching it up. They tried with SOCOM. They tried with all these things, but their structure wasn't strong. SOCOM got destroyed from the hack, from the 2011 hack, and they've never been able to get anything back up like that since. Period. They've been delusional for about 25 years. I'm telling you, we lived through it. I've heard it with my own ears before all this stupid social media. They've been stupid. This isn't social media. It just gives them a window for you to see them act stupid, but they've been stupid. This isn't something that just happened, right? Like Lou said, man, it can't be this stupid. It's not that they're just stupid on purpose. It goes back to this. This is what I told Lou. It's this. It's a fan base of pretenders. Lou, look, you keep going fast forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
What happened to the PSP, Lou?
What happened to that shit?
There you go. What happened to the Vita, Lou?
Oh, that's
We're talking
how is
J-Mac.
that doing?
J-Mac, walk with me, talk with me. What happened, Reishi, Dolomite, Chat Pat? I'm asking these questions
How come I don't
because
see Richie,
you
though?
cannot. The answer is there, but I'm gonna ask these questions because there is an end result. This stuff has been dragging. It's all in due time. Don't think because you hear some 30th anniversary bullshit numbers that all of a sudden things have changed. Nothing has changed. All right? Nothing has changed. Sony don't get that damn free to play or that service game in the next 10 years. Watch this, y'all. I'm not gonna go there yet. But no, where is it? Where is the longevity connection, y'all? Where is it? You speed up, you keep going, and you see them switching it up. They start coming out with the God of War movement. They start trying to get a mascot movement because they really don't have a mascot. You see them pushing. And these games just couldn't get them where they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
So Vita dies. Why does Vita die? Lack of games. The same thing that's going on with the PlayStation 5. I predicted it. This thing will not have games. As a matter of fact, y'all, me and Games Heroes were the forerunners. And let's give Games Heroes some respect here. Because before I go back to my thing, I recall 2022 when Games Heroes brought up Pentiment to the whole donkey community, and he assassinated all of them when that damn thing won 6 Gottis. They all went against this guy because Games Heroes understood the dev studio that creates Pentiment. They understand that they don't miss, just like they're not going to miss with a vow. They're not going to argue that. They got put up in them stables by one person. That's because you want to be a pretender. You want to act like you don't know. So now, all these things have flopped. All these inventions have failed. None of them, y'all, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, none of them had legs. So what happens, Lou? PlayStation comes out when technology is trying to change, and they start lying to their customers again. They start lying about HDR. Do you want to know who put HDR on the map in the gaming streets? You listening to them. You listening to them. When I told the gaming streets that HDR is coming and Microsoft is adopting it first, and it's bigger than 4K. The HDR, the color gamut is way wider, right? They made fun of me, J-Mac. You're listening to the guy that talked about HDR before anybody did. And look today, people, look at the Xbox. You game in Dolby Vision. You listen in Dolby Atmos. You are ahead of the time with your sound and your visuals. Guess who isn't? Guess who's making up some generic stuff for you? Sony. Because Sony can never compete when it comes to Microsoft with technology. Microsoft doesn't mind giving companies partnership deals with them and say, you know what, we don't. Do y'all realize, right, that Microsoft does have its own sound tech? It's called Sonic. They already have their own type of Dolby Atmos sound. Windows Sonic. It's already there. Microsoft doesn't hate on Dolby. They've been with Dolby since the very first Xbox. You have a high level HDR TV. HDR goes beyond resolution. I was trying to tell them that because I was reading all this stuff. I found an article where Microsoft was going with that. That's why your Xbox has the 36 pixel rate, unlike the PlayStation, which has what, a 28 to a 30? It's not even on the same level. It's not even on the same level. The detail qualities of Xbox games are far superior when utilized. That's why they can't make a game like Hellblade 2. That's why they hate Hellblade 2, because they can't get a game like Hellblade 2. All right? So, speed it up. Speed it up. PlayStation has a vision. Microsoft has a vision. VR comes up. Phil straight up tells everybody bluntly, VR is not bad tech, but Xbox fans ain't asking for it. Therefore, we're not even going to touch it. It's a waste of time for us over here, right? Correct. Point blank. Hold on, Luke. Point blank, period. In this discussion, book closed. Xbox fans didn't cry over no VR. Because he's right. We didn't, like in the words of Game Heroes, we didn't ask for that shit. All right? Now, PlayStation said, well, we're going to go with the vision of VR. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. That's their vision. And they went over there, right? The very first one comes out, trash. They wanted to extend it like they do. They kept on giving it years. They kept giving it years, adding those numbers, just trying to squeeze every bit of the numbers. Every bit of, and what did it end up? 4 to 6 million at the most? At the most, between 4 to 6 million. Say, I'm meh, mediocre, but they got something out of it. What did it lack though, everybody? But what did it lack though, J-Mac? It lacked games. Are y'all staying with me? Luke, stay with me. Don't hold your horses, and that's no pun intended, but hold the horses. J-Mac, the VR, PlayStation VR lacked games. Those little generic games that it had, that library of generic games, people didn't ask for that shit. They didn't even play those games. They couldn't get no top quality games on that platform. So what they do? They double down. You gotta understand, Sony, they're gonna double down. They're gonna make you, they gotta make you think that, man, we can do it. We're gonna make this VR work, right? Fast forward. PlayStation VR 2, right? It comes out and it gets worse. It gets a worse reception. The damn thing barely sold 1 million. Barely sold 1 million. And it won't sell. People are not gravitating to it. They put it out here for $5.99. They handcuff it to the console because the PlayStation 5, I told everybody, is not selling like PlayStation really wants it to. The number for the PlayStation 5 is actually lower because they incorporate the VR with the Portal numbers. They add that to the console space. So that PlayStation 5 number is not the real number. It's a little bit lower, not that much more, maybe 4 million lower, maybe 3 million lower, but it's not what the media says it is. Whatever the media says it is, you chop 4 million off the top. You can just chop that off right off the top. But think about it. They had to discontinue this thing. Look at the Portal. The Portal, you don't even hear about it. It's like it's out there, but nobody's talking about it. You want to know why? Y'all want to know why? Because the Portal is handcuffed There's nothing to brag about. So guess what? It lacks games. It lacks PlayStation 5 games. The Portal is a new. I want everybody to hear this. I want everybody to understand this. The PlayStation Portal. Notice they don't want to say PlayStation 5, even though it was built in this generation. But the PlayStation Portal, right? It's a last gen thing. It's a last gen handheld. It just got a new gen update where it can play PlayStation 5 games, certain ones. Okay, you gotta subscribe to PlayStation Premium, which is not a surprise because when we have our handhelds and when we're using the cloud, and I was gonna get to that, we have to be subscribed to Gamepass Ultimate, so that's not a smack. But the PlayStation 5 Portal is no better than the Logitech G Cloud. You have to have strong internet. You can't just take it anywhere you go. You can't do it. Without a strong internet, you won't be able to play your video games. So guess what never changed, Rachie? What never changed was the ability of that handheld. So there's really nothing new other than you now can update some PlayStation 5 games on it that's preferred for it. Not all of them, but whatever's preferred for that handheld, that's the ones you can play. So, Lou, I got a question for you, brother. After all that I've explained, right? What does it say about the PlayStation brand? What it says is it does not operate in totality. It never has been able to operate in totality. So when Microsoft invests in their cloud, that's their vision, right? Their vision, the end result for the cloud will be, Lou, every Xbox game or game that you've ever owned, that you bought, will be in the cloud as your cloud library. We will be able to go anywhere we want, literally. It will not be set up for internet. It will be native, like the wrong ally. I don't have to have an internet connection.
Mm-hmm.
All right? I can go anywhere, literally anywhere. And if you want to be technical, that's right, Rachie. And here's the funny part about it all. The Logitech was trashed by the PlayStation community. It damn sure was. But they ended up getting a handheld just like it. Okay, so Lou,
what's up?
Nothing changed. You have something that has not changed. The same answer for the strategy is still there. Microsoft puts out the cloud. You're going to be able to play all your Xbox games from the OG all the way up that you bought, you own, as long as it's in your history, you'll have it. The good news is that there's also third-party games that are welcomed into the cloud, like Cyberpunk, like Call of Duty, that Crazy Lou will be able to add to his library. So this is not just going to be an exclusive Xbox only gaming thing. This is not going to be that. This is going to be your personal Xbox library at your disposal. Play it anywhere you want to go, natively to the cloud. You don't see that vision not working for Xbox. You want to know why, Lou? Because Xbox right now is getting persecuted for their messaging. Now, Crazy Lou, J Mac, Ray Chi, Dolanite, Rock 88, my boy 30 Below, and everybody in the chat pack. And let me give a shout out to Abdel 114. Welcome to Di-RRec Gaming. Make yourself at home, get you some popcorn, kick your feet up. We welcome you. We haven't seen you around in this hood, but we noticed that you made a turn on our block, and man, we welcome you to the neighborhood. Nice to have you. So think about it. Think about it, Lou. Now, nobody is clueless because it goes back to being a pretender. Every real Xbox fan knows the messaging and the vision of Xbox. So what is Xbox getting persecuted for right now? The messaging. Oh, this is an Xbox. This is well, it's true. It's not confusing to Xbox fans. I've been had my smartphone where I could play my Xbox on it. I got an Xbox app on my Xbox. I can remotely play. I have a tablet where when xCloud was in the very first beginning of beta, I played Gears of War 4 and I took a picture of it. My Xbox right now, I can use cloud gaming on my TV. I don't have to use my console. I can use the cloud. I don't have to open up, install anything. These things are the beginnings of the birth pains for the birth of the full-grown cloud feature. It's coming. It's not pretending anything. But if you want to be an idiot and act like Microsoft is spreading a false message, then be an idiot. We know that you're just doing it for the clicks and views, but at the end of the day, no real Xbox fan is confused on a laptop, Xbox, a console being an Xbox, phone being an Xbox, your PC being an Xbox, etc., etc. We know the message and we hear it loud and clear, Luke.
Yep, 100%. Because here's the thing, though, famo, right? I mean, I had this discussion this morning in the morning show, right? I had a discussion. I was talking about how things are literally moving towards the future and how things are changing. I had a big thing happening because you know what's so funny, famo? I took a picture this morning because I said, you know what? Let me just do a little bit of chaos. I put the PS5 box beneath my foot. I grabbed the Xbox and says, this is the king of video gaming right now. When I said that, they were like, oh, man, they were in that chat. They were mad, furious, famo, because they don't understand what's happening. I mean, they don't understand, famo, what is happening, what is going on. I keep telling these guys, if you were like me back in the day, and I know J-Mac was like that. I know you were like that, Illegal. Every time we traveled, wherever we went, and if it was going to be a week vacation or a 2-week vacation, whatever it was, we grabbed our consoles with our cassettes, we put them in a bag, and we took them everywhere we went to. We did. And what's funny is they don't know because the console back then didn't weigh. But when you put those cassettes in there, that was probably like between 5 or 10 cassettes. Plus the controller, that damn power brick that weighed even more than that console. I mean, with those power bricks, you can literally beat up a robber with that shit. Fling it around, use it as a weapon. That was how big that thing was.
Correct.
Yep.
True indeed.
True indeed, 100%. I mean, you can take it in a street fight, beat up somebody. No joke. You have to take all that stuff. Nowadays, what is Xbox doing? Lou. What is Xbox doing nowadays? All we got to do is this. All we got to do is pack that controller inside this beautiful box. That's it. Where you are, I pack my Elite controller with everything, the cable, and probably, and the thing to charge it, grab my Amazon Fire Stick and go. If that Xbox handheld comes out, put it in a bag. Let's call this the Xbox handheld. This is a Nintendo Switch, though.
That's right. I know what you're talking about, yeah.
Put that thing in a bag, and you're out of here.
Shit.
That's what's happening. Or if you do not want to take your Amazon Fire Stick, right? Because, of course, why not? You get to watch movies everywhere you go. Take your mobile. Take the controller and freaking play your games.
Hello, Jacob.
You are at, famo. And it's kind of funny that we got into the discussion this morning about somebody, who's asking me this question. Lou, what should I get? An Xbox or a PS5? I was like, why would you want to buy a PS5? Because, listen, I don't care what these guys says. A bunch of the chat were saying, buy a PS5 because you get to play the Xbox games. I was like, you're buying a PS5, play Xbox games? But wait
Stop
a minute.
Right there, Lou. Stop right there.
Wait a minute.
Stop right there before you continue.
All right, famo.
Get a PlayStation 5 so you can play Xbox games. You see what I'm talking about?
Exactly.
Hold on.
Wait, famo.
For every time I hear something like that tonight, I'm going to go right back to this. Where is it? So,
famo, let me finish this idea real quick.
No, you're good. I just want to go here.
Because here's what's funny.
Because we'll have a question before you finish.
Because we got into this discussion, and then I told these guys.
Lou, hold on. I just want you to answer this question.
Go for it.
Answer this question and then you finish. The ball's in your head.
Okay.
What Xbox games were on PlayStation 5?
Well, you
Name
got
them.
Doom.
Name them.
You got Doom that's jumping on there, and also you got Indiana Jones is going to be on there in the next
Lou,
6
I ain't
months.
talking about what's going to be on there. What's on there? And Lou, those
Oh,
are
what's
Xbox
on there? Oh, you got Sea of
There you
Thieves.
go.
You have Grounded. You have Hi-Fi Rush, and what's the last one? Pentiment.
Lou, look. There's only one Xbox game on PlayStation that all of that. It's Sea of Thieves. Sea of Thieves is from the Microsoft Studios of Rare. That's
Wait
it.
Wait a minute. You forgot Bethesda. You forgot Pentiment.
But Bethesda's not. Okay, Lou.
They're part of your Xbox.
But you look, Lou. Microsoft don't buy Microsoft Studios. It is Microsoft Studios.
I know it is. That's why it's in
there.
There's
different segments, right? There's different segments. So yes, Bethesda, we know Blizzard, we know Activision has been acquired by Microsoft, which now makes those games part of the library. But those games have been adopted in. They're not from Microsoft. So the only real true Xbox game that they got over there is one. It's Sea of Thieves. See where the pretending comes in at? Hold on, Lou. You see the delusion that comes from their mouth? The other ones are from the other ones that were already out there that were going to be third-party games anyway, but Microsoft changed some things around when they bought the acquisition, and they decided to make these games what they are. They put those games out there, Lou, because of the daggum FTC. If it wasn't for the FTC, Lou, they wouldn't have had those games on their console. So they're acting as if the whole slate of Xbox games, and we heard some of them dummies, the whole slate of Xbox games are on PlayStation. But why would Microsoft put their games on an inferior platform that doesn't even play their games at a high quality? Now finish up, Lou. Go ahead. I don't want to interrupt you no more.
So, Famo, here's the thing, though, that we're saying all that stuff, and I was just laughing. I told him, listen, first things first, I don't listen to you all when you say this stuff, because in the end, though, what I think first is about my wallet. How can I protect my wallet from buying a game that, as of lately, because even California, they passed a law over there, and now it's a license you're buying, which we've been saying that for years. We've been saying that what you guys are buying is a license, not the whole game. Not like how it was back in the day, is now become a license. You're paying for a license to play your game. That's what you're doing. So what can I do to protect my wallet? Shit. And it's like how I told him. So wait a minute. Let's do the time. So let's say Xbox releases 4 games on PlayStation next year. That's 70 times 4. That's 280. How much is the new Xbox Game Pass Ultimate? How much is that though, fam? I mean, it's $20 a month, 20 times 10. Let me see. Let's do the math real quick because my math is pretty much rustic lately. But I think how much you're going to be paying for a year though. Oh, I went into camera mode. Sorry about that. Let's go get the calculator real quick. But guys, it's simple. 4 games released over there on PlayStation times 4 is $280, right? So you pay for a Game Pass Ultimate, 20 times 12. You're paying $240. So wait a minute. Am I saving $40? Yes, I'm saving $40. And that's just for the Xbox games. What about the third parties that drop into Game Pass where I'm saving a shit ton of money about that? Because that's what they don't talk about. Why? Because they don't talk about it because they're just not there. They don't have the system. They don't understand how Game Pass works. And I keep telling them this is how it works, and they will never understand it. And if they do, then they're just playing like they do, like what J-Man said. They just pretend like these things are not happening. So that was basically a discussion this morning. I told the person I protect my wallet first before I listen to people like that. Because in the end of the day, they're like, oh yeah, you go buy your games. We got to help to support the devs. Have you guys supported your devs over there on PlayStation? Because look at Astrobot. 1.5. Stellar Blade, 1 million. I mean, Helldivers, you guys were cheering for Helldivers, and damn, Steam was the one who bought it until PlayStation locked that shit up. And how is it today? So seriously, they pretend like they do buy their games. They pretend like they do all this stuff, which I know some of them don't. They just create all these lies to feed that saying that yes, this is the best place to play, and it's not. It's not the best place to play. Right now, for me, the best play to play is where I save money. That's where I find the best place to play anywhere. And that's the truth. And it's incredible. In that discussion, I was telling them how we are moving forward and why Xbox is the king of gaming. Because, damn, I mean, look, you got your tablets, you got your cell phone, you got your PCs, you got your Amazon Fire Sticks, you got your handhelds. These guys are putting their system to be every fucking where. And it's a beautiful thing because at the end of the day, like I said, I'm tired of carrying heavy stuff. I'm 40 years old. What do you think? I'm going to put the PS5 on my back and take it with me? I'm done with that stuff. Now I just got to take a little handheld, a little Fire Stick, and that's about it. And they still don't understand. And that's why I went in there and explained the whole Netflix situation when Netflix was coming up. What they used to do, you should deliver a movie to your home. Oh, I want to rent this movie. Then deliver it to your home. You can, and you stay with it for a while. And then you put it in the thing to return it. That's what you did back in the day, Netflix, until they got those servers up. But once they got their servers up, what happened to the renting industry? What happened to it? What happened to the DVDs? What happened to all Blu-rays and all that stuff? I mean, shit, even Walmart the other day, they put out all the Blu-ray section. They pull it out. You want to buy a Blu-ray, you can order it for Amazon. They're still available for you to watch the movies if you want to keep on collecting movies, because there's a few people that collect. But nowadays, what we do is we watch it on Netflix wherever we're at, and that's what Xbox is trying to do, to tell you where we're at. And now Sony is catching up. Famo, quick question. Interesting thing. Who was the one, I even asked the same question this morning, who was the one who modernized and who put the online gaming into motion? Who started with that? I mean, not the one who started with it, but who modernized it? Who was the one who put it out there to be the best? Who was it? Was it PlayStation?
Nope.
Who was it?
It was Microsoft.
Okay, there we begin. It was Microsoft. All right. Then after that, after all that stuff happened on the onlines, I mean, even PlayStation came out with the free online thing. They get hacked. They don't even have that much of security.
There you go.
It sucks. So what happens after that? PlayStation goes into cloud, because it's true, because you have PlayStation Now, which was on TV.
They go to cloud and they make a cloud streaming service.
They make a cloud streaming service,
right.
and what happened? They put it up to the side because they know that what that money is going to be a standby money. It's going to take a while for them to recuperate. It's going to take them a while to recuperate. It is. It is going to take them a while to recuperate. And get what's happened. And who was the one in 2017 who said, okay, let's start with the cloud. Let's get it on motion. Let's give it on a go. Who started with that? Who started with that? Who got it into motion after that? Who started to perfect it, what is called cloud gaming today? Who said we're going to perfect this sucker and put it everywhere? Who said that? Microsoft. Look where we're at now. Now, Sony, after literally 12 years pretty much, or 10 years, let's say 10 years at the
What
top.
did they do? There you go. What did they show?
What did they
what
show
have they
now?
done? Anything. Right.
What do they do now? I mean, this is what's so funny. What did they start to do now? Well, we have this machine that's like this pretty much. I mean, I got to grab a PS5. It's like this.
Just
right?
want y'all to think about it.
And what did they do? They said, well, this is remote play. Why don't we put it up to test? So in order for it to boost up the sales, because right now it's in a stuck position. It wasn't a stuck position. I mean, I don't care what media says and everyone. For me, that was a stuck system. What did they do? They said, okay, let's put on cloud gaming in there to play your own games to see how it goes. But you got to pay. Not only that, you got to pay the premium service. Where do you play cloud gaming on Xbox? By paying what? The premium service, and that is the ultimate. And now you got people playing the premium of the PS5 Plus in order to play their own cloud games. I mean, Xbox launched that Play Anywhere, which it launched in 2014. Now they started a movement because look how it's going. Metaphor Fantasio is Play Anywhere. What was the other one that came out the other day that I made a video and everybody was making fun of me? They even called me a fat virgin and everything. Death Stranding is Play Anywhere. It's Play Anywhere. I can buy Death Stranding on the Xbox, and when I come to my PC, all I gotta go is hit download and play on my PC. Simple and easy. And now with the Play Anywhere, stream your own games and everything. How is it going, guys? I mean, look, Xbox is on the move, guys, and they're really changing the freaking gaming industry. And these guys, they see it, but they pretend it's not happening. They pretend not to accept it because you know why? They got media backing them up. They got your Jeff Keighley's backing them up with the beautiful Game Awards, which I'm still laughing my ass off about everything that was shown. It's the funniest thing I have ever seen. Funniest. And also with media backing up and everything, the PlayStation console sales. That's all they freaking have. And you know what? And you know what's so funny, famo? Us, the Xbox guys now, you know what we do? We just sit there and laugh. Because, I mean, it's kind of funny how they say, well, name me one game that was nominated in the Game of the Year. Dude, did you see what happened the past 4 months? Oh, what happened? Didn't you see Jeff Keighley pretty much lick Sony's boots? I mean, he put 35 tweets about the Pro, and then they put 35 more about the state of play. What's happening here? But when Xbox does a show, it's like that. When PlayStation closed down, Frostbite, look what the Xbox guys did. They went over there and said, no. It's not Firewatch Studio, Frostbite, whatever it's called. Forgot the name of the studio. It's not like that. You got to say Sony PlayStation closed down this. But no. He just said the studio shut down. That was it. But if it was Xbox, they said, oh, Xbox closed. Microsoft Xbox.
Right, but look.
All this shit.
This is how we know for a fact, Lou. This is how we know for a fact, right? It's a slow trickle down effect.
Yep.
Our games will never go to PC.
Oh, right? That was a beautiful one. I love that
our
one.
Our games will never go to PC.
Oh, baby.
Y'all will never get our exclusives. You'll never get Death Stranding. You'll never. Everything that they've ever said has failed.
Everything.
So that's how you know. Game Pass, on the other end, is just growing. Game Pass is able to keep their first-party games up there because their first-party games bring more than just a single-player experience. Xbox games are community-based games first, regardless if they're single-player or not. Microsoft wants you to engage in a community. It wants to set the atmosphere of an arcade dungeon. That's why I've always loved Xbox. Even if I'm playing something like Stalker 2, I have a club that I can get myself into, discuss where I'm at, ask what did they do? Hey, what did you do differently? It's a gaming community platform. That's what Xbox is so beautiful about. I have clubs. I have groups I can get into. You're right. You see Microsoft's plan. You can't see Sony's plan. Sony just says a bunch of hot air. But like Lou said, you painted a good picture. They've had cloud for 14. You can't make this up. They've had cloud since 2010. And what have they done? Absolutely nothing to expand on that. To expand on it. You've been using that service. The only thing they did was give you tiers. That's not expanding on the cloud. You still cannot own one game off that service. If you're playing a video game and you don't beat it, and you're only playing it through the service, and you don't resubscribe back to that service, you lose everything you did on that game. When you buy that service again, you start completely over again. You don't own nothing. When I'm playing on my Game Pass and I pick a game to play, I don't have to own it for the cloud to keep it where I left off. If something happens where I can't renew my subscription, guess what happens to the position of my gameplay? It stays frozen until I get that subscription renewed, right? I could go right back to that game, Lou, and start right back off where I left off. Now at that point, Lou, I have an option. Well, damn, you know what? I got a few bucks. Let me just go ahead and buy this game. That way I can just go ahead and buy it. Now you buy it, you lock it in. Now you got quick resume. You can actually buy games from Game Pass. It's not just a rental service. That's pretending.
With the discount, family, because they give you a discount.
And they give you a discount for buying it off the service. So all this pretending, all this goofiness and silliness is pure comedy from the hee-haw community. Because at the end of the day, y'all are the clowns that aren't buying these games. Like I said, PlayStation having a hard time is not an Xbox fan's problem. I don't care about your issues and your problems. You fix them. I don't have a PlayStation. I didn't buy into that ecosystem. I didn't fall for the lies. I've been making fun of PlayStation since 1996.
Damn.
There's nothing new about me making fun of it. It just is what it is. But at the end of the day, a donkey cannot make me see his delusional mindset. All Eagle's gonna do is walk him to the water and leave him there. I'm gonna walk him to the water and then just turn around and leave a donkey there.
Famo, you want to know some breaking news, Famo, right here?
Give me some breaking news, Famo.
Shoot, you're not retiring, are you? No, I like to stay in the industry. He's just leaving Sony.
Yeah.
Ah, shit.
Yeah, he's just leaving Sony.
Ah, shit.
You know what, Lou? Let me throw some spice on that. And I don't blame him. Now you could look at that and say, well, legal, he was there for 31 years. Bro, Phil Spencer ain't went nowhere. He's been working with Microsoft longer than Yoshida. He was over there in the 80s, in the late 80s, and Phil is still there. Look, let me tell y'all something. PlayStation is not the PlayStation that you know. There's turmoil. There's always been, when I mean turmoil, I'm talking about in the financial situations. There's always been turbulence and turmoil in the financial situations of PlayStation and Sony just in general. When Jim Ryan left Sony, he yanked his shares out. He yanked his stocks out of there. That right there tells you everything you need to know. Nobody does that with a healthy company. If that company is healthy, you keep your stocks in there because you want it to continue to look. Bill Gates took his stock out of Microsoft, but guess what Bill Gates didn't do? He didn't take all of it.
Exactly.
He knows what's staying in there. He'll never for the rest of his. He'll never ever. He can assign his will or his beneficiary to whoever he wants, and that person will not even know what it is to suffer because his stock in there flipping itself by the hundreds of millions. That's high. His stock will never go broke unless something just happens to Microsoft. But at the end of the day, he didn't pull all his stock out of there. Why? Because Microsoft is healthy. That's why. No one can deny the value of Game Pass. No one. You have to be only the delusional mindsets. Just remember this, y'all. Donkeys are not that stupid. That's why I started calling them donkeys. It's not a person. It ain't an identity. It's a mindset. You want to be a jackass to yourself? Be a jackass to yourself.
Yep.
But you know damn well that Game Pass is where it's at. The gaming industry knows damn well that the Game Pass is where it's at. Game Pass has the games where it's at. And let me tell you something. Don't let Candy Crush come on Game Pass. Don't give people a big screen to play Candy Crush on. Straight up total annihilation. Game Pass subscriptions are going to go through the roof. It's just that simple, y'all. It's not hard to understand. It's really not. It's just Xbox doesn't need no pampering. We don't need it. We don't need all that commercialized pampering. We don't need all that extra line and stuff because we're really on our console. We really indulge in our console. We really get down in our community. There's a reason why we got clubs and community. And shout outs to the Avatar that's about to go away. But I wasn't really crazy about the new age Avatar. The old school Avatar is going to stay, which it should stay. The old school Avatar is classic. It's unfadable. The new Avatar was, to me, it was just, it didn't hold no, it just didn't do it. Didn't hold no value. I just went back to a gamer tag pick, and I was happy with that. So, the shout outs to the profiles, the avatars that had a good run. But cheers to you now that you're gonna get buried and never come back again, I hope. Because we got bigger and better things to do with our profiles and avatars. We got bigger and better things to do. And you want to know what the answer to that is? It's gaming. It really is. It's gaming. So shout outs to it. It lived in a season that was appropriate for it. And now it's time to say goodbye to it. May it rest in peace. But you're right. Matt Booty's quote, spin them out of business. Facts comes in many forms. We're just fortunate enough to see it happening in real time. Exactly. XWO is a full operation. I'm telling you, bro. There's no slowing this thing down. It's just, Lou, like I told you, my friend, they're just dragging it. They're still dragging it, but nothing's going to change people. Nope. Nothing is going to change people. We just wanted to come out tonight, talk on a few subjects. We wanted to just put some nails back up in the fence from all them holes that we've been seeing, patch some things back up. We're not here to pretend, and we're not here to be 75%. It's one thing that I'm proud about at Di-RRec Gaming, that we're willing to speak our minds and put out the 100%. Are we always right? Of course not. We're humans. There's no human that's 100% correct. But the reason why we're never wrong is because we don't have a misleading heart. So even when we're wrong, we're right because it's genuine. Then if Lou corrects me, I stand corrected. If I correct Lou, he stands corrected. If we correct the chat, Pat, it stands corrected because that's who we are. We don't try to pretend nothing. You can't stop anything that Microsoft is doing now. It's only going up for Microsoft. Whether you're an Xbox fan or not, it doesn't matter. Game Pass makes sense. Get yourself Game Pass, play some games. If you don't like Xbox, get Game Pass because Game Pass makes sense. It just does. Do I really believe that PlayStation fans next year are going to run crazy to buy Indiana Jones? Really? If you think I believe that, I have a bridge in the sky in the Dominican Republic to sell you. Lou, I don't have nothing else to talk about. If you do, sir, talk about it. I'm ready to go. And one last thing to everybody. Have a happy Thanksgiving, because I know I am. Y'all be safe out there. This is the new legal. I'm signing out. Lou, take over.
Oh, man, Famo, simple and easy. Famo was a great show. Famo, quick and easy, just got into it. That's what we got to do, Famo, and be direct about it, because what else we got to say? Everything is going on in shambles, but hey, they don't believe us. They think it's all good because they have 65 million console sales. Yay!
They thought I was going to leave, Lou. They really thought it was over. We ain't going nowhere. We got one more thing to clown, Lou.
Before we do. What was the last thing?
The last thing, Lou, was this 160 million consoles.
Oh shit! No,
PlayStation 2.
Y'all
Y'all thought y'all was gonna get away with that tonight?
Oh man, Famo.
Y'all really think y'all was gonna get away with that tonight?
Oh man, Famo. Oh, that's the
you want to talk about being
year,
delusional?
Famo.
Let's go.
That was the joke of the. I mean, look, I keep saying there's the jokes of the year, but that's the best one out there. All of a sudden, they sold 160 million. I mean, how is that possible? Didn't they stop production in 2013? They stopped production in 2013 about the PS2. All of a sudden, they sold 5 million more?
Look, we're out here saying anything now. So the Xbox 360 sold 95 million now.
Okay, right? No, Famo. It's no. Let's say this. It beat the Wii and it sold 140 million.
There you go.
Let's say that. It's much better.
Let me tell you something.
Let's invent stuff now because that's what we got to do. Let's invent stuff.
There's not a store. There's not a store in America I'm talking about a retail store that sells this console. You can get it on. I'm pretty sure you can buy it offline from somewhere, but it's not from a certified store. They discontinued this thing long time ago, 2013. They already had articles in 2012 telling you that the console sold anywhere between 152 million to 155 million. And from that point all the way up to now, that number never changed a bit, Lou. Not a bit. And then all of a sudden, for the 30th anniversary of Sony wants to come out and tell the whole world that the PlayStation 2 sold over 160 million. Notice they said, and more. And they really think, well, they already know the donkeys are delusional, so they can say whatever they want. But they really think people believe that bullshit. And you want to know something, Famo? They're right. There's people that believe that bullshit. There it is. But when you discontinue something, nothing just miraculously comes out of the air, just turns around and you're talking about selling 5 million consoles.
Yep, all of a sudden they were at 155. Now they sold 5 million more out of nowhere. 12 years? 12 years? 5 million consoles? Let's give them 10, 11 years. Damn.
You can't make this up.
I mean, shit. How many? Because it's kind of funny, though, where they sell in warehouses, right? After they sold them over there in warehouses and everything, because they love to, because that's something that Sony loves to say. We sold in total this much of PS5, PS2s, right? Or PS5, whatever it was. All of a sudden, now they sold out of nowhere 5 million more.
It's funny, man.
That's the funniest thing.
That's crazy. Just for the 30th, because it would have been think about it though, Lou. Just think about it. If Sony came out and said, "Hey, listen, 155 million PlayStation 2 consoles," so that would have been a dumb moment. Like, well, we know that we've been knowing that for the last 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Ashtray, they wouldn't have been telling us nothing. So in order for something to be told for the 30th anniversary, they're gonna just tell you that it sold 160 million consoles. That way, there's a new number out there. Ashtray wilding. It proves that they have stock sitting in a dusty warehouse. It's crazy. 5 million more consoles. Come on, y'all. Come on, we gotta stop this cat, man. This is just ridiculous.
That's the funniest
all for the sake of a 30th anniversary announcement.
No. It's not that, Famo. It's not that, Famo. It's because you want to know the truth.
No, don't tell me the truth. And can I give you a hint? What? Can I just give you a hint?
Give me the hint. I'll tell you why they're doing that.
Does the truth start with an N and end with an O?
Yes, and that's catching up. That's why.
So if I'm right, you're gonna say it. So do I think I know what you're gonna say?
Yep.
It's because Nintendo put out his numbers.
Nope, they have not yet. But the thing is that they're really close to beating that number.
Oh.
So that's why they came out and said this, because I don't understand. Jim Ryan said it before he retired. And now they're putting it up there because they don't want to lose that lifetime sale. They don't want to lose that.
Yeah, that's a badge. That's a badge.
I mean, I'm sorry. It looks bad that after 10 fucking or 11 years, you guys come out of nowhere and say, hey, we have sold 160 million when you were at 155 for years and years and years. You did not actualize the number. Shit.
Are we gonna sit here and pretend like PlayStation hasn't been caught
lying
misleading
before?
these numbers? Are we gonna sit here and pretend like we're gonna? Do I need to pull up some facts? Go ahead, Mike. Take the mic, Lou. Do I need to throw some in the message board?
No. Go ahead and throw it. I'll give you that one, Famo. Go ahead and throw it. Go ahead and throw it.
It's crazy. I'm gonna pull it up. Hold on.
It's kind of crazy, right? Let me see. Oh, the previous mark was 158.3. It wasn't 155. It was 158.3 million. Now it's at 160 million. Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It's crazy. Hold on. Yeah. Here it is. Let me do this one. This is funny because this is a classic for me because shout out to this guy. He did a YouTube video on the information that I put out a long time ago, y'all. Actually, it was last year. It was almost around this time when I put this post up on Twitter. I did a breakthrough. What's up, Rangy? I did a very thorough breakdown only misleads the public with its console sales. This guy actually did a YouTube video on it. I didn't even know. This just happened to come up on my feed today. That's the crazy part about it. And that's when I sent it and showed it to you, Lou. I'll send it real quick. I don't know if you got it yet. Let me show you this. True story. This just happened today. Oh, I don't think I think I put it no, I put it on my Twitter. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I put it on Twitter. But here it is, Lou. Just in case if you didn't see it. This is real. I sent it to your phone and I'm sending the YouTube video over to the chat pad. You'll only know it's me at the end of the video. He lets you know where he gets it from because it was beautiful information. I broke it all down. There was no way you can get around it. It's misleading. It's just point blank period. There's nothing that you can say about it. When I was done with it, I'm done with it. The proof was in the pudding, and there it is, y'all. I put it in there. There it is. This guy did a damn good job. I didn't even know it existed, y'all. He's got like 69,000 followers on YouTube. I didn't even know this just came up on my YouTube channel. Like it was one of them videos that just popped up. So I was like, oh, let me see. I didn't even look at the date. It's been 11 months old, see? Because it's almost that year. So I looked at it because I was like, oh, there's somebody there to put a video about the 160 million. But no, he was putting up my work. That's another thing, man. Stay true to yourself. Stay true. You never know who's paying attention to your stuff, man. It just made me feel good. You know, I didn't get mad. I mean, that's the reason why we put the information out to spread it. And he did a damn good video. So I was like, wow, okay, all right. I didn't have to do all I could do was watch it. And then at the end, I was like, man, he got that stuff from me. He even showed my post. So I mean, that's how you do it. That's humbleness. A lot of these whack guys out here, man, they'll take from people and try to make it seem like they're the ones that came up.
They're the ones that came up with the idea.
They don't want to acknowledge where they got it from.
Exactly.
This guy didn't do that. He didn't do that. So much respect to him. But there's the video, y'all. It's all there. I noticed that they've taken a lot of stuff down, but at that time it was easy to find it. There was a lot of stuff going on with Sony. That's what I'm saying, man. Sony's practices just don't appease me. It's their practices. It's not PlayStation, right? PlayStation is something that's created. PlayStation isn't the problem. The console's not the problem. I played the console throughout my teenage years in my 20s. I played it. Nothing wrong with the console. It's the company behind the console that I have a problem with that then makes the console undesirable. That's it. But PlayStation is not the problem. Lou, I just wanted to come out here and talk about that 160, man. Now I'm really done. I'm really done.
All right,
Lou, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Simple and easy, guys. You can find me on the Xbox International Podcast, which is tomorrow at 7 p.m. ET with Salblo, the Big Plume, and Silent Cypher. I will post my channel right now so you guys can subscribe to it. Also, you can find me at the Xbox Factory Podcast when I sometimes get on there because I've just been super busy lately with a lot of stuff that's been going on with my life. Just busy, but it just happens. It just happened. And also sometimes on Fridays, if I do get invited to the Xbox International Podcast in Espanol with Captain Envy, Eternal Shaddai, Metal Berserker, and Alien Cita. And
I like that show.
Last but not least, guys, here is the channel. Go ahead and subscribe and make sure you hit the bell so you can catch me in Good Morning with Crazy Lou Gaming, where I send the signal out over there on Twitter, over there on Discord, or on YouTube. That's why you gotta have the signal so you can know when I go on to talk about what's happening in the gaming news world. That's where you can find the crazy one, Mondays to Saturdays and Wednesdays at Xbox International Podcast at 7 p.m. ET. And
good
family,
job, my friend.
Great show. We had a lot of fun. We didn't
want to drag out the holidays and there wouldn't be another extra show. So we wanted to get this done, enjoy our holidays, and see y'all next week. That'll be my schedule. As far as Lugo, he might squeeze out a Saturday. If he does, I'll be there with him in the morning on a Saturday. Well, damn. Let me bring out the surprise then. Okay, so now that Lou and I are able to connect and be stronger than what we previously had. I've only been on the Xbox International Podcast one time with them, but those guys do a good job. Sour Blow does a good job making sure that Lou stays connected and he's able to continue to do these shows. So everybody's behind the scenes, even if you don't see them, putting in good work for these shows to continue. Lou's being a great leader in the morning, giving y'all that breakfast, being the frontliner for the streets, man. The streets, we never had that. So Lou has taken on the responsibility and he's been doing a good job keeping it going. So what I told Lou, because Lou's like, man, we gotta do another show, Legal. But see, the problem, the thing is this. Mm-hmm. Lou made it known to me because I kept being like, well, let's do it. But all right, my times have changed. His time has changed because the winter, right? The late fall, winter time's coming. So now Lou is like 2 hours ahead of me instead of 1 hour. He was like Eastern time. But now he's past Eastern time. He's over there. He's like in his real time on his island because he lives in the Dominican Republic. So now it's 2 hours. So I basically told him, oh man, hey, I didn't know because I was giving him hell. I was like, no, we can go. It's just an hour. So what I told him, I said, okay, I'll tell you what. On Saturday mornings, when you get up and you do your show on Saturday, I can be there with you because it's Saturday. Now we'll make that the day when me and him collide and over on his podcast. And then that'll be done for me. And then what that does is it rejuvenates Lou for Monday morning, and he goes from Monday all the way to Friday doing his breakfast, and then on Saturday, I guess with him. So that's kind of like where we're gonna go. We're gonna do like that so that we're not crowding everything. Because in the morning, we'll spend an hour. He does a good hour show. That's all you need in the morning, because there's not a lot of content in the morning. So he takes what he has. I like how he engages with you guys, get you guys to engage back an hour, maybe an hour and a half. If the show is doing good, max 2. But I told you, don't burn yourself out. You're in the morning. You're doing a good job. Don't burn yourself out. So I like his hour to an hour and a half, because that keeps him going. Then on his Wednesdays, he gets with his group, he gets with his gang, and they go all out. Give y'all some more stuff. Lou goes back. So for me to meet him on Saturday, I feel like that's a better mix for me as well, because then I get a break, right? Because, I'm in Texas, so it's always something. It's always something going on with me, whether I don't get off on time. I can't get these shows started when I want to. I got bad storms. I'm in a hurricane or I'm in a tornado. It's always something over here with me. So for me to be able to have a Saturday with him, I can kick back. I don't have to worry about it. He lets me know when he's going live, and all I got to do is talk. I'm straight. So that's the plan. That's what we're going to do. It's an honor for me to always work with Crazy Lou, because Lou reached out to me, and he's always been consistent. He works hard out here. He's always keeping that positive energy and that energy. He's Crazy Lou. Y'all know. So I just want to salute you, man. And we're going to keep doing this. We're doing this because we just like to do it. We're doing this because we have a passion to do it. And Lou's channel is growing. It's not about, I need to grow so fast. It's growing at its proper speed. It's growing. Get people to sit there, figure you out. You know how it is out here. People talk about people. So, hey, I always say this. Here's my motto to this, and we're going to leave it with this. When you got somebody that's talking to you about somebody else, don't wonder why they're talking about somebody else. Wonder why they're talking to you about somebody else. We're going to leave it at that. I go by the name of the New Legal, representing the legendary Di-RRec Gaming. I got my man Crazy Lou Gaming on the ones and twos, the Mighty Chat Pat in the building. Yo, I represent the Emerald Green Fortress, where you cannot penetrate the fanship of the green kryptonite stability. You cannot manhandle the green gamma rays of the infusion. Matter of fact, you can do nothing but just watch us elevate as we continue to bring you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us gaming. In the meantime, remember, always keep it gaming. Never let no one, and I mean no one, take the one up in your life, because everybody deserves a second chance. Everybody deserves the extra man. God bless y'all. Hang in there. We here, people.